I know a lot about Pittsburgh. So if we ever do a meetup in Pittsburgh,
Okay.
I'm gonna be able to converse with the Silicon Valley of the East. Oh, the Pittsburgh people are gonna love that. Alan from Pittsburgh, love the podcast. When dealing with multiple conversions in an account, do you tend to use account level conversion settings? Does it make sense to count all conversions in a campaign, even if it includes conversions that the campaign isn't necessarily trying to achieve, but helps the overall business? An example, a client I work for has multiple conversions ranging from account signups, form submissions for different services, calls, etc. If I'm running a campaign that focuses to get people to create an e-account and sign up for paperless billing, should I only have the campaign count that specific conversion? I would think yes, but on the other hand, I could find keywords and copy that work for another goal by segmenting the conversion action. And you know what, Alan, I'm going to give you a pat on the shoulder since Pittsburgh makes me think about the Steelers and football. You know what? I'm going to go there, even though it's 2020, Alan, even though it's the workplace, I'm going to give you a pat on the behind, just like in football, because you need a confidence boost. You already know what to do. You know how to get it done. It sounds like you're knowledgeable. Go with your instincts. Chris he'll finish the drive and get us in the end zone here. But I like the way Alan's thinking. He knows what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, Alan's smart because he's making decisions that matter. He didn't ask, hey, should I track conversions? I mean, we're going to slap Alan on the face if he asks that question. But the question he asks is, what value of conversions should I use? Should I use these lower level tier conversions, or should I only focus on the most important ones? And he does, you didn't see it at the end, but he makes a note. He said, by the way, everything's in manual CPC. So there's no concern about max conversions optimizing towards the wrong conversion action. So he knows. Alan's been listening. He obviously loves the podcast. He's a podcast fan. So he knows. And I think, Alan, if you are truly managing the campaign on a manual basis, you're making the decisions on where the money goes, what the quality of searches are, and you're not letting a newsletter sign up or a time on site run away with your conversion actions. And it's not, you're not pushing that as a value to the campaign. I'm fine putting other conversions in there as long as you are aware that one conversion is not equal to another and that you're managing that way. Possibly you're putting conversion value in there and you're not necessarily looking at raw conversion numbers. Instead, you're actually you've removed the conversion number and you're looking at conversion value number. So you've assigned a phone call,
smart. That's real smart.
$100 value, and you
that's
put a
sexy. Honestly, you've never been sexier. That is real good.
Yeah. So you could not look at raw conversion numbers. You just look at value. That's a way to do it. So if you're at this point, Alan, that you're making decisions like this, then absolutely, I think you're to the reason that we say to 99% of the people out there don't do this is because they're not to Alan's point. They're not to the point that you're able to distinguish a conversion is not a conversion. We have to tell the masses, don't track newsletter signups, don't track time on site,
because then they're going to optimize off of it.
Yeah, they'll optimize based on it, and then they'll say, "Look at I have a 60% conversion rate." Then I look at it and I rip them a new one in my audit because I say, "You have nothing. You have nothing."
2 mentions, okay. 2 mentions from the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris, I think that's the biggest thing is Alan knows that he can gather a bunch of different kind of conversions, really money-making conversions, the actual lead generation, and then colder, softer conversions, the signups, the newsletters, whatever, time on site, whatever. And he's able to segment out either by segmenting out or by putting values on them and optimize only after looking at which actual conversions he's optimizing based on, but then still gather that conversion data overall with the softer conversions. I think if you're able to know what you're optimizing off of and segment out what you're optimizing off of, then it's totally fine to have all those different kinds of conversions because you're still going to know how to make smart decisions. And you're also going to get more data since you have more conversions in there.
Yeah. All right, guys.